What's up, y'all? It's Derek J407, aka Best Heel Ever, here to give you my thoughts on this week's episode of Lucha Underground, episode 23. This is the last episode before Ultima Lucha starts next week. Ultima Lucha Dos. It's going to be broken up into 3 parts. Part 1 starts next week. I don't know what match will be in each part of Lucha Underground. I figure the title match, the Lucha Underground title match, that is, will be in the last part 3 in a few weeks. But yeah, part 1 starts next week, so we getting into the end of this season of Lucha Underground. But before that, we got this episode. So this week, the show started with a match between Mil Muertes and King Cuerno. Their feud has been going on for a while now, and now we finally get a one-on-one match between the two of them here. Mil was just an absolute beast all throughout the match, just throwing Cuerno all over the place, man. At one point, the referee got knocked out, though, and King Cuerno, he got a chair, and he smacked Mil Muertes over the head with it, but Mil didn't sell. I hate those unprotected chair shots. I hope it was a gimmick chair or something like that, because I hate it when guys, like a real metal chair, just hit it over your head. You know, don't even try to get your hands up or an arm up at the last minute. It's just straight on the head. You know, I hate when they do that. Lucha Underground does that a lot. I don't like when they do that. But in this case, Mil didn't sell it. He took out Cuerno. I think he even hit him with a chair. And then he wedged the chair into the turnbuckle, between the top and middle turnbuckle. You know, wedged it in there. And he was about to throw Cuerno into it, but then Cuerno reversed it and then threw Mil into it, and was able to get a roll-up victory on him. The referee got back into the ring, counted the 1, 2, 3. So King Cuerno was able to beat Mil Muertes here. So, and of course, after the match, Mil Muertes was not too happy. He was actually quite pissed off, to be honest with you, and like he wanted to kill King Cuerno, but King Cuerno survived here. Up next, we had a meeting in Dario Cueto's office. He had the two lovely ladies of Lucha, or two of the main lovely ladies of Lucha Underground, that being Taya and Ivelisse, offered them a drink, and he was just talking to them about putting them in a match for Ultima Lucha Dos, which we will see. We will get Taya versus Ivelisse, which should be a fun match. They left. Well, Taya left first, and then Evie, she finished her drink. She left, and right as she was leaving, Katrina walked in, and they had a little brief face-off. We haven't seen the two of them interact in a while. Katrina told her, "Good luck, little girl," and Evie told her, "I have not forgotten about you." So, I don't know. We'll see if they revisit that in season 3. But Katrina walked in because she wanted a rematch for Mil Muertes against King Cuerno at Ultima Lucha. And of course, Dario's like, "Bitch, you try to run my temple, you tried to pick on my baby brother and all that kind of stuff, and now you telling me what to do." So I mean, you can understand Dario's point of view. Of course, he didn't use those words, but it's like, still. But Katrina offered that the match be a death match, and Dario said that, you know, she knows just what to say to him to get him excited. So he granted her the match. So the match is on. Another match for Ultima Lucha will be Mil Muertes versus King Cuerno in a death match, where I assume the loser will get killed. I mean, what else is a death match? Like, it's not like, you know, something else is added to it. It's like a death match. And in Lucha Underground, since they kill people, you assume that the loser will get killed. That's just me, though. Dario Cueto was awesome. it was really cool. We had a match between Prince Puma and El Pentagon. No, I'm sorry. Wrong person. Prince Puma and El Dragon Azteca. I was about to say El Pentagon Jr. El Dragon Azteca Jr. Of course, Rey Mysterio was in Dragon Azteca's corner. Of course, Prince Puma and Rey Mysterio will have a match at Ultima Lucha. That was announced the previous week. I did not review that, but yeah, that's a match for Ultima Lucha, which should be awesome, by the way. And I'm sure many of you know, you probably heard the story about Prince Puma, or Ricochet, who, I ain't gonna get into it here, but it looks like next year, he might be WWE bound. But I'll just leave it at that. I ain't gonna go too much into it. But then again, they didn't really spoil it. They just said he might be done with Lucha Underground. Well, not might be. He is done with Lucha Underground next year after season 3. They didn't say how, but apparently he's gonna be done. And it looks like at some point next year he'll probably show up in WWE, probably NXT. Of course, he'll have to wait until all his footage is done airing on Lucha Underground. He can't appear on WWE television while he's still appearing on Lucha Underground television. Now, that's what happened to Hernandez, and now you see Hernandez not in any company. But, so excited about that. But until we get that, we're going to get a whole other season of Prince Puma, and we still got Prince Puma now. Prince Puma came off as a little bit darker in this match. I don't know if he's going to turn heel. He didn't turn heel here, but if he faces Rey Mysterio, I know, this temple is basically in Prince Puma's hometown, supposedly. But, going up against Rey Mysterio, the crowd going to be kind of in Rey's side. So I don't know what that'll be, but that should be an electric match. But in this match, really good match, back and forth. But Prince Puma got the win with the 630. And after the match, Rey was checking on Dragon Azteca, and then Puma walked over and told him, I did that to him, and that's going to be you. And he patted him very viciously on the back, and then they had a stare-off before they cut to the next scene. So they went to commercial, and they came back with Dario Cueto in the ring, and in the ring with them was Son of Havoc, Tejano, the Mac, and Cage. And Dario was in the middle of the ring talking about how he's all excited for Ultima Lucha. He talked about how he feels like a kid in a candy store. Oh my gosh, Dario Cueto was so awesome in this segment though. But he said that all 4 of these men in the ring will compete in a match next week, and it'll be a unique opportunity match because all 4 of them will be competing for the chance to receive a unique opportunity. That, of course, Dario Cueto and his unique opportunities, you never know what it is, so that should be interesting. So then he left, and then they started to brawl real quick. Cage was the last person in the ring, and that was the end of this segment here. And then the main event, for the first time ever, Johnny Mundo versus Fenix. I have a hard time believing this is the first time these two have ever went one-on-one in either season, but this is the first time. So it didn't disappoint. It was a really good match. It was kind of brief, but still long enough to be really good. Mundo was able to get the victory. The referee had been distracted by Taya. Fenix had Mundo beat. But even before that, behind the referee's back, Taya slid Mundo's trio's title belt in the ring. The referee didn't see it. And Fenix, he had Mundo beat, but then Taya got up on the ring apron. She distracted the referee. And then Mundo he did pick up the belt, hit Fenix in the face with it, got the victory. After the match, PJ Black and Jack Evans came out. They started to beat him down. But then Aerostar and Drago, they came out there. And then, of course, Evilise came out there. This whole big brawl. And the babyfaces stood tall in the end to send the heels running away. And this was the last episode until Ultima Lucha Dos. I thought it was pretty good, one last hurrah. But I know the next 3 weeks are going to just kick ass. The card, Matt Striker ran down the card before the main event. Lucha Underground, the Twitter page, they posted that Matt Striker did in one go. I can't do that, but I will list the matches. I have them right here. So we have Tejano, Cage, Son of Havoc, and the Mac fighting in a unique opportunity match. You got a death match between Mil Muertes and King Cuerno. You have Prince Puma versus Rey Mysterio. Black Lotus versus Dragon Azteca Jr. This is the first time we're seeing Black Lotus actually compete in a Lucha Underground ring, so that should be really interesting. Taya versus Ivelisse. I'm looking forward to that a lot. The Gift of the Gods Championship. A lot of the medallions have been passed out with a surprise. Now I don't know every single person in the match. I know Sexy Star's in there. I think Marty the Moth and Killshot, Mariposa, they're in there. There might be some other people. I think Daga, he's in there too. There's a surprise person. I forgot his name. It was something Wolf or something like that. I saw the guy's face. He's supposed to be a surprise to the people in the temple, but they showed in like last week's episode Dario talking to him backstage. I completely forgot his name, but he has like this mask, like a leopard or a panther or some shit like that. But yeah, so I guess he's like the surprise. So yeah, the trios titles: Mundo, PJ Black, and Jack Evans against Fenix, Drago, and Aerostar, and of course the main event for the Lucha Underground Championship: Mil Muertes versus Pentagon Jr. And if I have to make predictions, I can't really predict every single thing, but if I could, maybe Son of Havoc will win his match. Son of Havoc doesn't get a whole lot of love, in my opinion, so maybe he can pull out a victory in his match. Mil Muertes, of course, the death match, easily his victory. Prince Puma, I assume, will beat Rey Mysterio. He might do it kind of cheating. It wouldn't surprise me if Rey won. It wouldn't surprise me at all. In fact, this is the first singles match Rey Mysterio has had since coming to Lucha Underground, so that's interesting. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Rey won, but I think Prince Puma might win. Black Lotus and Dragon Azteca. I think Black Lotus might win. She might win. And the story of, who killed her, was it her father or something like that? Or her parents? Of course, she killed Dragon Azteca's dad, so all that stuff I'm sure will probably get resolved. Although neither one knows about that, so we'll see. Taya and Ivelisse, I expect Taya to win. The Gift of the Gods. The person who's the mystery guy, I assume, will be the one to win. The baby faces, Fenix, Drago, and Aerostar, I expect to win the trios titles. And then, of course, the main event is just the perfect story for Pentagon Jr. to win the title. Now, I'm sure not all those matches will be happening next week. I'm sure out of all the ones I just listed, probably 3 of them will happen next week. But yeah, whenever they happen, those are my predictions. They're out there. They're out in the open. So there you go. And of course, don't forget, the police are still looking for Dario Cueto. And I haven't forgotten about Councilman Delgado. I don't know if he'll show up. He did tell Dario a while ago that him and his employer wanted to see the temple. So I wonder if at any point in the next 3 weeks that they'll show up. Never know. So I'm sure all that will come to a head. But yeah, that's it for me. Next week, Ultimate Lucha Dose. See you there.